The July 2025 XLM breakout. Why this moment changes everything. If you hold XLM right now, you are sitting in the middle of one of the most pivotal turning points Stellar has ever experienced. Over the last month, XLM didn't just rally. It ripped through layers of resistance with a force that caught even the most seasoned traders off guard. In early July, Stellar Lumens was trading around 23 to 25 cents, a range that had acted like quicksand for months. The sentiment was flat, volume was low, and the market seemed content ignoring Stellar while chasing meme coins and high-volatility AI tokens. Then, everything changed. From quiet accumulation to explosive rally. By mid-July 2025, XLM had doubled in price, breaking through 45 to 48 cents and briefly touching the psychological level of 50 cents. As of today, XLM is trading at $0.4721, holding firm after a 104% gain since the start of July. This wasn't a random pump. It was a surge backed by technical momentum, fundamental catalysts, and a shift in institutional interest that's been quietly building in the background. The trigger? A combination of Protocol 23 upgrade news, stablecoin adoption, and a flood of bullish technical signals. Traders who were watching closely saw the writing on the wall. Stellar was coiling for a breakout. But here's the critical part. This move isn't just about price. It's about positioning Stellar as a true contender in the next wave of blockchain adoption. It's about real-world utility starting to translate into market value. Golden Cross, a rare signal. One of the most powerful technical events that traders are watching is the Golden Cross forming on XLM's daily chart. Historically, a Golden Cross, when the 50-day moving average crosses above the 200-day moving average, has often preceded massive rallies for Stellar. The last time Stellar saw a similar setup was in December 2024, which led to a rally that peaked near 63 cents within weeks. Right now, Stellar's 50-day moving average is around $0.297, pressing upward against the 200-day MA near 31 cents. Analysts from A-Invest and CryptoRank have pointed out that if this Golden Cross confirms in the coming days, it could be the strongest bullish signal XLM has seen in over a year. This isn't just technical analysis for the sake of charts. It's a sign that long-term momentum is flipping bullish. Volume surge, institutions are watching. When we zoom into July's trading data, one thing becomes clear. Volume is telling a different story than retail hype. While meme coins often rally on retail-driven spikes, Stellar's volume surge has been institutionally flavored. Over the past 3 weeks, there's been a steady climb in exchange inflows from addresses linked to over-the-counter desks and large market participants. This aligns with reports that Stellar's partnerships with tokenization platforms and payment providers are driving institutional curiosity. The presence of Franklin Templeton, WisdomTree, and Circle in the Stellar ecosystem is becoming impossible to ignore. These aren't short-term players. They're institutions with billions in assets, testing tokenization and cross-border settlement on Stellar rails. The PYUSD integration, a silent catalyst. One of the biggest fundamental drivers of Stellar's current momentum is PayPal's PYUSD stablecoin integration. Earlier this month, Stellar developers and PayPal teams confirmed that PYUSD is now functional on the Stellar network, bringing a major mainstream payment provider directly into Stellar's ecosystem. What does this mean for holders? Every transaction using PYUSD on Stellar adds volume, liquidity, and visibility to the network. For years, Stellar has marketed itself as the payments chain fast, cheap, and reliable for global transfers. With PayPal now plugged into Stellar's infrastructure, this narrative isn't just marketing anymore, it's reality. The impact of PYUSD goes beyond the payments industry. It's a signal to other fintech players, like Stripe, Visa, and global remittance companies, that Stellar is ready for enterprise-grade use. Protocol 23, the game changer. July's rally didn't happen in isolation. Protocol 23, Stellar's next major upgrade, is scheduled for a key validator vote on August 14th and August 26th, 2025. While the official launch is still pending, the release candidate for Stellar Core V23 is already live, and the excitement surrounding this upgrade is immense. Why? Because Protocol 23 unlocks a more powerful smart contract layer, improved scalability, and cheaper transactions. This is not a minor patch. It's Stellar's equivalent of an Ethereum-level upgrade. In fact, when the v23.0.0 RC2 candidate was rolled out for testing earlier this month, Stellar saw a 14% intraday spike simply because of confidence in the network's evolution. This upgrade positions Stellar's Sorbonne smart contracts to compete with Ethereum and Solana, but with the added benefit of compliance and cost efficiency. For enterprise partners, this combination is a game changer. The psychology of the 50 cents level. In markets, round numbers act like magnets. The battle around 50 cents is more than just price action. It's about psychology. Many traders have stop orders and take profit levels at these psychological zones, which can create short-term volatility. We've seen Stellar test this range multiple times over the past few weeks, with resistance holding between 48 cents and 50 cents. If Stellar closes a strong weekly candle above 50 cents, analysts believe the next immediate target will be 73 cents, the upper range of the current bullish pennant pattern identified by B in Crypto and A Invest. Beyond that, $1 becomes the line in the sand, the point where Stellar shifts from being seen as an underdog altcoin to a serious contender for mass adoption. What this means for holders. For long-term XLM holders, July's rally is a validation moment. It's a sign that Stellar's years of quiet development, compliance focus, and real-world partnerships are starting to pay off. But it's also a critical moment for strategy. The market is heating up, and while the upside is real, so is volatility. With RSI levels above 75, Stellar is technically in overbought territory on the daily chart. This means a pullback or consolidation phase is possible before the next leg up. Smart holders are watching for accumulation zones around 43 to 45 cents in case of dips. The key takeaway? Don't ignore this rally. Stellar is not just pumping. It's positioning itself for something much bigger. The Golden Cross, Pennant and RSI overbought risks. Technical traders are laser-focused on Stellar right now, and for good reason. While the long-term fundamentals like PayPal's PYUSD integration, real-world tokenization, and the upcoming Protocol 23 upgrade are building a solid foundation, the technical setup is screaming breakout. XLM is at a point where price action, chart patterns, and momentum indicators are all converging to tell a powerful story. When technical and fundamental catalysts align, we often see explosive moves. And that's exactly what's shaping up for Stellar Lumens as it trades around $0.4721. Let's break down why this moment is so critical. Golden Cross. Why it's so important. The Golden Cross is one of the most respected bullish signals in all of technical analysis. It occurs when the 50-day moving average, MA, crosses above the 200-day moving average, showing that short-term momentum is overtaking long-term resistance. For traders, this is often seen as the beginning of a sustained uptrend. Historically, Stellar has responded strongly to golden crosses. The last notable one happened in December 2024, when XLM went on a tear, rallying nearly 90% over the following weeks, hitting a local high around 63 cents. That rally came even without major fundamental catalysts. Now, with Protocol 23 and PayPal's PYUSD adoption boosting the narrative, this golden cross has the potential to be far more significant. Right now, Stellar's 50-day MA is hovering around $0.297, steadily climbing toward the 200-day MA at 31 cents. If the price stays above $0.4721 for the next several sessions, the cross will likely confirm within days or weeks. Once confirmed, the market could see a surge of technical buying from algorithms, swing traders, and long-term investors who view this as a signal of renewed bullish momentum. Analysts from A Invest and CryptoRank have noted that this golden cross is aligning perfectly with on-chain growth and institutional activity. This isn't just a chart pattern in a vacuum. It's happening while real demand for Stellar's network is rising. Why this golden cross is different. What makes this particular golden cross stand out is that it's not occurring in isolation. In many past cycles, golden crosses happened during speculative bull runs without much fundamental backing. This time, however, Stellar's fundamentals are stronger than ever. PYUSD and USDC transactions are growing on the Stellar blockchain. Protocol 23 is on the horizon, adding smart contract scalability and efficiency. Real-world asset tokenization is accelerating, with billions in bonds, funds, and stablecoins now operating on Stellar. This combination of utility plus technical strength is what analysts refer to as a perfect storm scenario. If XLM manages to break the 50-cent psychological barrier, the 73-cent target from the Pennant breakout becomes the next logical step, and it could happen faster than many expect. Pennant formation, a coiled spring. If you look at Stellar's daily chart, you'll see a textbook bullish pennant pattern forming. A pennant is essentially a tight consolidation zone that forms after a strong upward move, like the one XLM saw earlier in July. This pattern looks like a small triangle where price is coiling, creating a spring-like setup that, when released, often leads to another strong leg up. The current pennant's upper resistance sits right at the 50 cents mark, which is also the psychological ceiling everyone is watching. The lower trendline support is near 43 cents. This creates a narrow battleground for bulls and bears, and once price breaks decisively above the pennant with high volume, the move can be explosive. Based on technical projections, the measured move target from this pennant is 73 cents. This isn't just a random number. It aligns with Fibonacci retracement levels from the July rally and previous resistance zones from Stellar's price history. If Stellar clears 50 cents with conviction, traders anticipate a rapid surge into the 60 to 73 cents range. Volume and breakout potential. Volume tells the truth. In recent weeks, Stellar has seen sustained, healthy volume spikes during its upward moves, signaling that the breakout is backed by real demand, not just thin liquidity pumps. When a pennant forms with declining volume, and then suddenly volume explodes on a breakout, it often confirms the move is genuine. Traders are waiting for that high-volume breakout candle above 50 cents. If it comes, it could trigger a chain reaction of stop losses and buy orders, pushing XLM rapidly towards 60 cents and beyond. RSI overbought zone, a necessary warning. While the setup is undeniably bullish, no rally goes straight up forever. The Relative Strength Index, RSI, a key momentum indicator, is currently above 75 on the daily chart. This is considered overbought territory. Now, let's be clear. Overbought doesn't mean over. In strong bull trends, assets can stay overbought for weeks. But it does mean that a short-term correction or sideways consolidation is healthy and even expected. If Stellar dips back to 43 to 45 cents, it shouldn't be seen as weakness. Rather, it's the market taking a breather before potentially launching higher. The role of patience and strategy. For holders, this is where patience and strategy become critical. Chasing price during overbought conditions can be risky, especially if you're entering at resistance like 50 cents. The smart play? Wait for either a breakout confirmation above 50 cents with volume, showing that bulls are fully in control, or look for dips near 43 to 45 cents to accumulate at stronger risk-reward zones. Traders call this buying the retest. Waiting for price to break out, pull back to test old resistance as new support, and then enter with confidence. The Confluence factor. The reason analysts are so bullish on this current setup is because of Confluence. We're not just seeing a golden cross or a pennant, we're seeing both at the same time, along with high RSI momentum and fundamental catalysts like Protocol 23. This stacking of signals increases the probability that the next big move will be upward. If XLM smashes through 50 cents, don't be surprised if it quickly targets 60 to 73 cents. Especially if news around PayPal, tokenization, or Protocol 23 drops during the breakout window. What to watch next? 50-day versus 200-day MA. Watch for the golden cross confirmation. 50 cents resistance. A decisive breakout here could be the ignition point. Volume spikes. Look for sudden increases in buy-side volume, a key breakout signal. RSI cooling off. A small correction could reset RSI, giving Stellar the fuel for its next big push. Protocol 23 and the rise of real-world utility. While price action grabs headlines, Stellar's true strength lies in its technology and partnerships. Protocol 23 is not just a technical upgrade. It's a statement about Stellar's future, what Protocol 23 brings. Scheduled for validator votes on August 14th and 26th, 2025, Protocol 23 is designed to supercharge Stellar's Sorobon's smart contracts. Key improvements include faster transaction speeds, lower fees for smart contract interactions, improved event streaming and data handling. For businesses, this means Stellar is no longer just a payments network. It's becoming a fully fledged platform for tokenization, DeFi, and cross-border financial products. The $3 billion tokenization push. Stellar Development Foundation, SDF, recently announced that it expects $3 billion worth of real-world assets, RWAs, to be tokenized on Stellar by the end of 2025. This is a tenfold increase from last year. Big names like Franklin Templeton, Paxos, and WisdomTree are already using Stellar for tokenized bonds, stablecoins, and other financial products. The significance here is clear. The future of finance is being built on Stellar rails. Stablecoins are the key. With USDC, PYUSD, and other stablecoins integrated into Stellar's network, cross-border payments are becoming faster and cheaper. For fintechs and remittance companies, this is a game changer. The more these stablecoins are used, the greater the demand for XLM as the base asset that facilitates liquidity and transaction fees. This creates organic, utility-driven demand that many other altcoins simply don't have. Risks and market realities. No rally is without risks. For XLM holders, it's important to understand the challenges that come with the current momentum. Short-term volatility. With price at $0.4721 and RSI overbought, pullbacks are likely. This is normal in any bullish trend. Healthy corrections around 43 to 45 cents would actually strengthen the overall trend. Regulatory risks. While Stellar has positioned itself as a compliance-friendly blockchain, regulatory moves, especially around stablecoins, can impact sentiment. The Genius Act passed earlier this month in the US is still being digested by markets, and its long-term effects on stablecoin usage remain to be seen. Macro conditions. The broader crypto market is also at a crossroads. Bitcoin dominance is high, and altcoins like Stellar often rely on alt-season waves to reach new highs. If Bitcoin consolidates or pulls back, Stellar's momentum could slow temporarily. Price scenarios and strategy for holders. What's next for XLM? Analysts see three main scenarios playing out. Scenario 1, bullish breakout. XLM closes above 50 cents and confirms the golden cross. Price accelerates towards 73 cents, then tests $1. If $1 breaks, long-term targets like $3 to $5 and beyond enter the conversation, especially with institutional adoption. Scenario 2, healthy pullback. Price dips to 43 to 45 cents before rebounding. Consolidation continues until the August Protocol 23 launch, which could trigger the next leg up. Scenario 3, bearish rejection. Failure to hold 43 cents support could send XLM back toward 35 cents. This scenario is less likely as long as fundamentals remain strong. What holders should do? Watch 50 cents closely. A breakout above this level is critical. Look for dips near 43 to 45 cents to accumulate. Keep an eye on August 14th and 26th. These are the dates when Protocol 23 could ignite a new rally. If you hold XLM, this is your moment. Stellar is no longer the quiet payments token of the past. With a current price of $0.4721, a golden cross on the horizon, Protocol 23 around the corner, and major partnerships like PayPal on its side, this is one of the most pivotal moments for XLM in years. If you're holding XLM, you're positioned at the intersection of technical strength and real-world adoption. The next few weeks could define Stellar's trajectory for years to come. If you want more updates like this, subscribe to Be Crypto Smart now. The next phase for XLM could be the most profitable yet, and you don't want to be left behind.